morning and thanks for joining us on today's edition of Headlines. My name is Oluchi Amudan. Joining with me is
Adeyemi Abodere. The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria (TUC) on Tuesday gave a 7-day ultimatum to the federal government to find a lasting solution to the current economic hardship in Nigeria caused by the scarcity of new naira notes and petrol. TUC also directed its state executives and members across the country to be at alert for further directive on action. A press statement jointly signed by its President and Secretary General, Comrade Festus Osifo and Comrade Noro Toro, respectively, decried the hardship government policy on the new naira note had caused Nigerians, demanding that lasting solution should be preferred for the challenges without further delay. According to the statement, TUC members, like the rest of Nigerian populace, is bewildered that the country is being dragged through the twin crises of currency and fuel shortages. Never in the history of the country have Nigerians been subjected to so much pain, sorrow and anger, which threatens to boil over into the street. Indeed, pockets of protests have broken out in some states. And this will be our talking point of this segment today. The ultimatum given by TUC to the federal government to resolve the fuel and naira crisis currently causing pains for Nigerians. And when the time comes, the number to dial will still be as studio number 081-8777-5777.
In the same vein, Nigerian workers have sent a strong message to President Muhammadu Buhari and the Central Bank of Nigeria, demanding that immediate action be taken to end the excruciating suffering of Nigerians occasioned by the scarcity of new naira notes and petroleum and premium metal spirits. The workers under the umbrella of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) expressed disappointment that, coupled with the issue of new naira note, fuel scarcity is worsening by the day without any evidence of a commensurate action to arrest the situation. NLC President Comrade Ayuba Waba said, and I quote, "Many Nigerians and workers have been pushed to the wall owing to the chaotic situation in our banks and filling stations, where Nigerians are queuing up endlessly to access new currency notes and petrol. This is not acceptable and is condemned in its entirety. We have more than enough to address those two issues. First, we are a major oil producing country, but unfortunately, the only country in the world that is a member of Organization of Petroleum Exporting Country that still depends on importation. Secondly, we don't understand the rationale that you lodge your money in your bank accounts, yet you are limited from withdrawing what you want to use." Delivering his welcome address at the ongoing 13th NLC National Delegates Conference in Abuja, the Vice President Yemi Oshibajo in attendance, Waba further said, "Our government forgets that our economy is rural and informal, and therefore people need to transact business in cash." End of quote.
And a meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the Nigerian Governors Forum ostensibly arranged to discuss the ongoing cash swap failed to hold on Tuesday. The president was said to have cancelled it in view of the court order forbidding government from extending the February 10 deadline for the swapping of old naira note for the redesigned ones. Presidency sources affirmed that the president was wary about the possible perception of disregard for lawful orders should anything be done to the policy at this time. Despite the cancellation of the meeting, chairman of the NGF and governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwa, and the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum and governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, had a private meeting with the president in his office. It was not immediately clear what they discussed, as none of them spoke to waiting reporters.
A forum of certain eminent Nigerians, the compatriots, led by former Akwa Ibom State Governor Chief Victor Atta, has cautioned against activities and actions that could jeopardize conduct of the forthcoming general election. The group, in a communique issued at the end of a meeting with presidential candidates of some political parties on Tuesday, said Its concern was on the heels of the threat by leadership of some political parties to boycott the election if the Central Bank of Nigeria reversed itself on February 10 as deadline for the expiration of old Naira notes. At the meeting with the group were Chief Kola Abiola, one of the presidential candidates, as well as other candidates. Reading the communique, Atta urged Nigerians to be vigilant and determined to protect the sanctity of their ballot. He also urged the judiciary to exercise its responsibility with the highest level of integrity and impartiality.
And Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, has dispelled insinuation that the Apex Bank under his leadership was in league with certain forces bent on frustrating the forthcoming general elections. Emefiele made the remark when the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, expressed concern over the scarcity of the new Naira note when the latter paid him a visit on Tuesday. Yakubu specifically tasked the Apex Bank to address the challenge of Naira note distribution considering the 17 days to the general election. Emefiele, who said the Apex Bank has always offered assistance to the electoral umpire in the area of logistics for elections, assured INEC boards of CBN support for a seamless conduct of the general election.
Similarly, the Public Complaint Commission (PCC) has appealed to the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), Godwin Emefiele, and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority not to ignore the complaints of the Nigerian citizens. PCC told Emefiele to be circumspect of the fact that sovereignty belongs to the citizens of any nation, and that any attempt to subjugate or treat their outcries with scorn and disdain will be undemocratic and capable of igniting public unrest. The nation had currently been embroiled in crisis due to the scarcity caused by the currency redesigning policy of the federal government, coupled with unavailability of the premium matter spirit, otherwise known as petrol. Reacting to the situation, the Federal Commissioner PCC Ekiti State, Kayode Bamishile, in a statement in Ado-Ekiti said the ongoing hardship being experienced by Nigerians due to Naira and fuel scarcity should be addressed in the interest of national security and economic well-being of the citizens. He described the Naira redesigning policy as a lofty and beneficial program, but insisted that the implementation should not inflict pains on the Nigerian masses.
An unidentified man was on Tuesday hit by a stray bullet fired during a protest at Shapon area of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The capital witnessed a protest in major areas of the town following scarcity of fuel and Naira being experienced across the country. Headlines observed that the protesters blocked the popular Mo Junction in Ashero area of the state on the Abeokuta-Ibadan road, while other protests were witnessed at Pansheke, Okeleo, Adata, Shapon areas of the state capital. Schools, shops and business centers were hurriedly closed for fear of being caught up in the protest, just as roads were immediately deserted with only few vehicular movement. A first-generation bank located around Shapon area was vandalized by angry residents who became tired of long queues at the banks and petrol stations.
Bauchi State government has threatened to sanction any commercial bank that is involved in the hoarding of new Naira notes, thereby causing hardship for the people. The threat was issued by the government through the Secretary to the State Government, Barrister Kashim Ibrahim, who lamented the suffering residents have been subjected to due to unavailability of the new notes in the automated teller machines of banks. The government noted the sufferings and agonies people of all categories are going through, sleeping on queues just to withdraw monies at ATM points, against the directive of the Central Bank of Nigeria, warning that such development is unacceptable. In order to reduce the challenges faced by the people, the state government has set up a committee under the leadership of the SSG to ensure that the new notes are made available at all ATM points.
And hundreds of travelers were on Tuesday stranded on the Benin or Lagos Expressway as thousands of protesters blocked the road over the hardship being faced over Naira and fuel scarcity in the country. It was gathered that the protesters, mainly youths, converged on the overhead bridge of the expressway as early as 8 in the morning, blocking the road and grounding social and economic activities in the area. The protesters, who were also armed with placards, chanted solidarity songs to express their grievances over the situation. The youth lamented the frustration the citizens are being subjected to over scarcity of petrol and Naira notes, accusing the government of introducing anti-people policies which have created untold hardship in the country.
Global Leaders Academy, always a leader. Thinking of where to get qualitative education for your child? Think of Global Leaders Academy. Our creche, nursery, primary and secondary schools are established in tandem with global standards with qualified and experienced teachers. At Global Leaders Academy, we have state-of-the-art facilities such as comfortable hostel accommodation with maximum security, well-equipped science laboratory, school buses, adequately furnished library and many more. Oh yes, worship centers are available to accommodate each student's preferred religion. We also take our students for excursion on a regular basis. These and many more reasons are why Global Leaders Academy has been a choice school for parents who desire qualitative education for their children. Visit us today at Global Leaders Academy, located at Plot 1A and B, Oroki Estate, Lameko Junction, Oshobo, or call 0815-928-0037. At Global Leaders Academy, we are not led, we lead, and always a leader.
The Inspector General of Police, Usman Akali Baba, on Tuesday ordered the posting and redeployment of Deputy Inspectors General of Police, Assistant Inspectors General of Police, and Commissioners of Police to department commands and formations in line with his manpower development policy of placing round pegs in round holes. This was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja by the first public relations officer, Olumiwa Adejobi. According to the statement, DIG Dan Malam Mohammed was redeployed to the Department of Finance and Administration. Some Assistant Inspectors General Police were also posted to take up duties and responsibilities of DIGs in charge of some departments of the force.
Business and social activities in Owerri, the Imo State capital, were temporarily brought to a halt by lawyers protesting the killing of Justice Nnemeka Uboma, in charge of Ejemeku Customary Court in the Oguta local government area of the state. The protesters marched from the bar center on Owerri Road to Olu Road in their legal black attires, just as they displayed banners and placards condemning the judge's killing, as well as other killings in the state. By speaking during the protest, the chairman of Owerri branch of Nigerian Bar Association, Ugochukwu Aleno, in the company of the four other chairmen of the state, condemned Uboma's killing. Aleno said the protest was to make security agents in the state to be more proactive in their assignments.
Well, you can get across to us in the studio through this alternative number 08033645531 to be a part of discourse on the subject under discourse today. TUC's directive that the federal government should bring an end to the current pains being encountered by Nigerians within 7 days. And once again, the number is 08033645531 to be part of the discourse. While awaiting your call, the National Security Advisor Major General Babagana Mungono on Tuesday said the security situation in the country poses threat to the conduct of the 2023 population and housing census. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, you are with us. Your name, please.
This is calling from Rabbit.
Your comment.
What the TUC said is the right thing. because we are suffering in this country. There's no fuel, there's no money. He said that there are new currency in the bank. We have been in the bank since 1 week now. They will say in the last year, they say it's 5,000 to calculate. And this is bad. The shopping is too much. They should please find a lasting solution to it, because election is coming and cannot be suffering like this. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Your name, please.
My name is Alaji Mufuta Wadeleke from Okebale. Yes, these people are right. Nigerians have been subjected to serious hardship. You have money in your bank account and you are limited to what you should withdraw. This policy is causing serious hardship. The present economic hardship should be quickly addressed. There should be lasting solution, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Personnel of the Nigerian Navy have rescued 18 victims of human trafficking at Rijiya Lemu in Gongo local government area of Kano State. This was contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja by naval spokesperson Commodore Ayo Vohan. According to the statement, the rescue operation was carried out following a tip-up from an officer at the Nigerian Navy Finance and Logistics College, Dawan Kintofa, whose sister was among those being trafficked through Kano en route to Libya and France.
The Sultan of Sokoto Alhaji Sahad Abubakar has declared that the political class and the elite should see the traditional and religious leaders as partners in progress, saying the traditional rulers are not in any way competing with the political class. The Sultan, who made the statement on the occasion of the commemoration of Plateau Day of Forgiveness and Reconciliation at Rongpan Stadium in Jos, Plateau State on Tuesday, tasked the political class to carry out its campaign in a peaceful manner and have respect for one another. And the line is still open for your comment on the subject under discourse, and the number to dial this morning is 080-3364-5531 to be part of the discussion. We have someone there already. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Alaji Oladipo from Abuja. It is very unfortunate that Nigerians are grown in this type of situation. It's like we don't even have government again. Everybody is just behaving the way, they feel. Fuel scarcity, naira scarcity. Whereas naira, we should not say is scarce. But some people are hoarding. And we are looking at them just like this. The government is looking at them. Fuel is not scarce, but they are making, scarcity just, to make people suffer. In a country, it's like we don't have government. Why should we remain in this situation? And you now say that, we should be bearing. How do we bear it? Of course, this is very uncontrollable. It should not continue like this. People are suffering in silence. And, you have been trying all we could, to frustrate the efforts of Nigerians. It is not the best. The government should wake up, please. You can imagine, a party accusing another party that is not in government. How can that be? The party in government should do something.
All right.
Otherwise, Nigeria is crummy.
Okay, let's give others the opportunity here.
The National Human Rights Commission on Tuesday inaugurated a special independent investigative panel on human rights violations in counterinsurgency operations in northeast Nigeria.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, Yanni.
Good morning.
Dr. Akibadi is on the line.
You are welcome, sir.
I thought we have two labor unions. The NLC and the TUC. Why is it only that TUC is talking and NLC is keeping quiet? I would have thought that both of them should talk together. If they talk together, then they might bring something out. But when you look at it critically, I think those people who are saying some people don't want this
if there is labor unrest now, definitely the election cannot go on. So let us just, be looking at them until we do the elections. God bless this country.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Moving on to the arena, Manchester United has reportedly prepared to break the bank and match the British transfer record Chelsea paid to Enzo Fernandez by launching a £107 million bid for Napoli star Victor Osimhen. Nigeria International has become United's top summer transfer target off the back of impressive performances. I've seen him score 16 goals so far in this season to become a Serie A top scorer.
Well, let's take this last call. Hello, good morning. Your name, please. Your name, please. Okay, let's make it snappy, please.
Thank you very much. I think we need to understand that the people that are causing all this trouble, they are not from outside the country. They are Nigerians. And when there is a law, when we have law, the situation where we have law, there's the punishment. The problem we have in this country is that people are doing whatever they like without any form of punishment. When you say people are holding on, how many people have been punished for doing what is wrong? So there is a commensurate punishment to any offense committed by people who continue to have this kind of situation. Thank you and God bless.
Yeah, and lastly on the program, members of the Premier League's Big Six are reportedly pushing others to see Manchester City under the severest punishment for breaching more than 100 financial rules. And this will be a convenient spot to say bye on this morning edition of Headlines from 104.5 FM, Voice of the West, Nigeria. It has been the duo of Adeyemi Abodeni and
Oluchi Amuda.
The producer of the program is
Muturayo Ayegbayo.
While the production advisor is
Abimbola Abatunde.
Our colleagues will be around tomorrow morning for another edition of the program. From us here we are saying
good morning.
It's educating, really informative, quantitative news as it breaks. It's OSBC Radio 2, 104.5 FM. Women up on the south of the Sahara, voice of the West.
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا.
Ọlọ́run sọ pé òun ti ṣàṣepé Islam gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀sìn fún gbogbo wa.
وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين.
Allah tún sọ síwájú pé a kò gbọdọ̀ jọ́sìn fún nǹkan kan yàtọ̀ sí òun.
من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة.
Ta lẹni tó ṣetán láti fi ẹgbẹ̀rún kan náírà bọ́lọ́hun ṣòwò tí yóò sì gba èrè rẹ̀ padà lẹ́gbẹ̀rún.
أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin olùgbàgbọ́ òdodo, Ọlọ́run lòun ṣe ààwẹ̀ oṣù Ramadan lọ́ranyàn fún wa ká lè fi ìpayà òun hàn.
gbogbo mùsùlùmí òdodo a kó àfojúsọ́nà àti múrasílẹ̀ oṣù ìgẹ̀ oṣù Ramadan yóò bá wa láyé àtàlàáfíà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lọ́dọọdún iléeṣẹ́ OSBC tún gbàdàdà pẹ̀lú ọ̀kan òjọ̀kan ètò tí múni gbalada lọ́dọ̀ Allah láì di iṣẹ́ olóore míì lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ètò wa lówóbele ń jà lórí rédíò àti tẹlifíṣàn wa àdúpẹ́ tọdún tó lọ àjọṣe wa ò ní bàjẹ́ ẹ kàn sí ìgbìmọ̀ oṣù Ramadan ti OSBC 2023 nílé àwíyé òkè baálé Òṣogbo ẹ sì lè pe àwọn nọ́mbà yìí 0806 664 9535 tàbí 0803 552 4660.
أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر
Everybody, we're gonna listen to the show. We're playing reggae music at this place and to your soul. It's a the selector. We know playing reggae music. We know reggae time. The selector. We know playing reggae music. We love reggae time.
Well, this is General Summer P, the local sound this. OSBC 104.5 FM. General Summer P says so.